What's going on, you guys? Today we pay tribute to the late, great Hulk Hogan. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys know, yesterday, as of this recording, we lost the Immortal one himself, Hulk Hogan. I don't even know what I'm going to say here. I don't have any notes, I don't have anything planned, it's just, I really felt like I had to do something. Like, this guy meant so much to me, like when the news broke yesterday, I was getting messages like crazy on my Instagram, and I was like, oh, what is going on here? Like, I just Googled Hulk Hogan and I saw the TMZ article, and it didn't hit me at first, to be honest, and kind of settled in. I was working, of course, and just kind of caught me by surprise, try to let it sink in. And I was working from home yesterday, and I went up to talk to my wife, and just, I felt like I needed someone to talk to, like, and I just broke down, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm almost 40, and I was crying like a baby. And, I do, first and foremost, want to say thank you to all you supporters of my channel. Thank you to all my friends. We really are a community. I feel so many of you reached out and just checked in on me, and like I said in my Instagram post, if you guys didn't see it, like, he wasn't a relative to me, but man, this guy meant so much to me. Like, from childhood to like the teenage years, to being an adult. I mean, I really got back into wrestling in 2008. I graduated college. I could not find a job for the life of me, and was going through some tough times. It was a struggle. It was a long period of trying to find myself, and what I had to keep me like distracted was Hulk Hogan. I bought the Hulk Still Rules DVD. I had fallen out of wrestling, so I had not seen that, and I just started watching Hogan stuff anywhere I can get it. I don't even know how much was on YouTube back then, but I was just trying to watch Hogan stuff, and I like fell in love with his craft and his charisma, and just brought me back to the nostalgic era then. And that's when I kind of fell in love with Hollywood, because I always tell a story, like, I hated Hollywood Hogan as a kid, and now it's like that's all I rep, Hollywood Hogan gear. If you guys don't know, my Alex West Collects logo is based off of this t-shirt. So yeah, it's different. Like, for me, I feel like I'm sitting here in my man cave and Hulk Hogan's all around me, like, every day. Like, I have a Hulk Hogan action figure at my work desk. I have a Hulk Hogan action figure in my hand every day for like the whole year. It's just it's all over my house. It's, I have figures, posters, signed stuff. So it's not like, this is just a guy I root for on the side or something. Like, this is what I live for day to day. Like, I'm wearing Hulk Hogan t-shirts all the time. Like, I have figures in my hand, like I said, like hats. It's like it's a lifestyle for me, and it's just it hit really hard. And again, thank you to all you guys who checked in on me. Like, it's been a rough few days. I mean, hell, I run an action figure page, and yesterday was probably one of the biggest days of the year with San Diego Comic-Con WWE Mattel reveals. And it's funny, on preview night, they actually revealed a new Ultimate Hogan. I was like, yes, more Hogans. I'm sure people were like, oh, another Hogan. I was like, yes, more. I can't wait to see if there are more revealed tomorrow. I'll be honest, I didn't even follow it. I like maybe checked my socials after, but my heart was just not into it. So for you guys who are looking for my San Diego Comic-Con coverage on Instagram, I'm sorry. I couldn't do it, like, my head wasn't in it. So first, I want to say thank you again. Today, we're going to celebrate his life and legacy. I know there's I said it all. I spoke from the heart. I took some time, and I made this whole long post on my Instagram, and I spoke from the heart about what Hulk meant to me. I try to, cover what he meant to me as far as a person, how some people view him today in 2025, which is not in the best regard. But today we're going to celebrate and, you know, thank him for all the memories. And I'm going to go through my collection with you guys. I'm going to talk some more Hulk stuff and just showcase my collection. And, you know, this is something that I'm going to look at a lot differently now. You know, it's different when the guy's here and now he's passed. And you look at this stuff and it's like, well, you can't get any more signed figures. You can't get any more signed posters. It's just kind of sucks, man. But like I said, today we're going to celebrate his life. We're going to get into it. We're going to take a look at my Hogan DTO. We're going to take a look at all my autographs, all my posters, all my ultimates, my prize piece, the NWO Heavyweight Championship belt signed by Hogan. And we're going to get right into that right now. We're going to start up here. I have Hogan figures sprinkled throughout my collection, but on top of my DTO here, I have kind of like the NWO gang. Some of my, these are actually extras with some Build-A-Figures and the Outsiders with a Ultimate Custom Starrcade 97 Hollywood. We do have some other mock legends in the back, and I just have different eras of Hulk, and I swear I have so many of these Hollywood figures. And just to give you a look at the DTOs I have underneath, these are like kind of modern day and ruthless. So the infamous Mattel 3-pack, which I rated as one of the worst set ever made, there in the front, of course. It's still not my favorite Hollywood, but like I said, there he's just sprinkled in everywhere because this guy's career just lasted so long and went through so many different phases and eras. Another kind of custom fix-up I have here. This is what I call my ruthless / TNA or whatever kind of later run guys mixed in here. You can see Bobby Roode back there, but gave a quick look of that whole display. But here's another Hulk for you. One of my favorite pieces in my collection, I have this NWO poster that captures all of the kind of highlights that was Hollywood when he turned heel and went to the dark side and formed the greatest faction in wrestling history. A few friends I keep on the couch. We do have the Bash and Brawlers, Hollywood Hogan and Macho Man. The Big Shots, this was actually a Beat Shop exclusive. They since, I believe, re-released them with the Big Shots WWE licensing agreement. Another buddy here. I never actually got around adding the Tonka wrestling buddy to my collection. Always wanted to, but wanted one that was super mint. I do have the Hollywood one coming to match that Hulk back there from ringside, but a few different stuffed pillow guys I have here. Some more toppers for you on my DTOs. You can see I do have the Monday Night Wars Elite Hogan in the back. Some more Hollywood fix-ups. This is the Ultimate with the Starrcade 97 boots put on there. We have Hulk on the chopper right here with the NWO belt and the leather jacket. Another fix-up I did doing using the most recent Monday Night Wars Elite. I do have an autographed Defining Moments Hulk Hogan back there. Some Ultimate fix-ups. I mean, like I said, his career just spanned so many eras, from red and yellow to black and white, black and red. I mean, the Hulkamania will live forever. I feel like I would definitely want to get another one of those banners just to hang somewhere, but you got kind of like the good and bad section here. I like to have some of the earlier Hogans, the red and yellow, and then split with the black and white with the NWO, and of course the newest edition, the new Ultimate, you can see here. And here we go, some of my favorite matches featuring Hulk. We got Hogan and Andre, WrestleMania 3, Starrcade 97 with Hollywood Hogan versus Sting, and of course Rock Hogan. And then in the back, I have the 40th anniversary 3-pack, loose and mock, just to commemorate some of my favorite Hogan moments. This is without a doubt one of my favorite parts of my collection. So the last time I met Hulk was at WrestleMania 33 in Orlando. I think Hogan's Beach Shop in Orlando was just opening. I had purchased this Hollywood Hogan weight belt from the shop. You can see signed Hollywood Hogan for life. Got Hollywood Hogan on there. There's an NWO2 suite. He actually took this weight belt that I have in my hand, cracked it on the floor, and goes, "Brother, this really hurts if you lay it into someone." And I made a joke at the expense of my wife. I'm not going to say what it was, but it popped Hogan so much that he laughed. Even his store manager, Ron, got a big smile out of it. And we just threw up an NWO2 suite, something I will never forget. But that is a great memory. The other weight belt I actually just purchased from the Beach Shop. See, it says Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan, 12-time champ, Hall of Famer. Here is where I got the infamous NWO belt signed. This was at New York Comic Con 2013. Dressed up as Hollywood Hogan, really popped Hogan there too. Great memory, got this picture, and of course the belt signed on my wall. And how crazy is it? A couple days before Hulk's passing, a random restock. I don't even know what it was. Just sitting on shelves at my local Target, so I had to grab it. It's sitting in the WCW ring, as I don't even really have a spot for it, but absolutely love this section of my collection. Here we go. We're going to go shelf by shelf of my Hulk Hogan DTO. I have a whole DTO full of Mattel Hulk Hogan figures. And some people ask, how come I don't have any other brands? I had all of the Jakks figures at one point, but Spaceman, that's really it. Mattel makes the best wrestling figures ever, so that's what I want to collect. You know, I do have a few older ones, some nostalgic ones, but this is it, man. This is the Hulk Hogan DTO. See some of my favorites. The Ultimates out here in the front. Custom WrestleMania 9. You got different variations of the NWO. Some earlier runs of Hollywood. Some later ones. I do have a few Jakks figures sprinkled in here and there. Some of the TNA figures. You know, TNA was some of my favorite times watching Hulk later in his years. But a lot of different Ultimates and Elites here. I have every single one, at least one, if not multiples of each. You can see some different customs. WCW Ultimate fix-up. We have the newest Legends Ultimate that was just released. I did actually fix that up with a boot swap and a bandana swap. The greatest figure ever made, the Ultimate Edition, Hollywood Hogan. We also do have the Starrcade 97. I have so many of these figures, it's ridiculous. Mr. America, Rip 'em. Like, I got some Storm Collectibles figures here. It's just, you know, looking at this stuff, like I said, you look at it from a different lens now. With the Hulk, unfortunately, no longer with us. But we continue on. This is the third shelf. Got a custom Elite TNA figure. Some of his throwback figures with a cape. I mean, a custom Elite with that NWO jacket. You can see the Monday Night Wars. Hollywood Hogan. We got some of his New Japan run. Some early Hollywood Hogan. Some Hulk later in his run. A few custom Bloody Hulks back there, making it with some TNA figures. The Ringside Collectibles exclusive. Just so much. You know, custom Thunder Lips. This is my pride and joy. This is what makes me happy. All these Hogan figures. And look, you can see I'm running out of room. And like I said, that is always a stress for a collector. But my Hulk Hogan DTO here with all of my Hogan figures. While we're at it, we'll just do it. A quick run of all my other DTOs. You can see different eras. Like I said, I have Hulk sprinkled in to a lot of different eras. Some space still on these shelves here, but just give you a look at some of the other DTOs I have here in my collection real quick. Like I said, Hulk is present in so many eras. It's really hard to omit. But these are a lot of my guys. Got some more of the current day guys here. My happy place, my wrestling action figure collection with all of these guys here. The title belts, how could we not have the Winged Eagle Championship, my favorite Hulk Hogan belt. I actually do have these belts here, were me and my wife's at our wedding, and we actually came out playing these belts with the air guitar like Hollywood Hogan. So I have them proudly displayed here with the Winged Eagle. Here's a quick shot of my Attitude Era guys. This is more or less the WWF guys. Again, we'll just scan through it quickly. Maybe one day I'll do the proper video, but you know, so many people have asked. You can take a look. This is 2 shelves of WWF kind of guys here that I threw on these 2 DTOs here. This isn't exactly WCW, but you know what? The World Heavyweight Championship belt, I use it on my WCW shelves here. You can see I do have a Wolfpack Hollywood Hogan here, as well as a Superstars Hulk. Kobe Bryant, another big icon in my life, unfortunately no longer with us. Still hurts. But you can see how big Hulk was in my life. Like, I have a picture here. It's me, my wife, my buddies. Like, we're all dressed up. Like, I'm dressed as Hogan. Like, he was just, like I said, he had such a big impact on my life just outside of wrestling, you know? It's kind of nuts. But let's go ahead. We're going to open this DTO. You can take a look at my NWO display. Today we have the Giant, we have Muda. I would love to get an actual Mattel NWO Steiner. Hopefully that comes soon. We got Rick Rude, Bret Hart, Dusty, Ted DiBiase. Miss Liz in the NWO gear is another big one. But Hollywood at the forefront with the Outsiders and Eric Bischoff. Some more of my WCW guys. You can see Sting, Hulk Hogan. You got the Legends Hulk back there. Bash at the Beach. That's a custom I had put together with some different other WCW guys to go with it. Here at the bottom, some more WCW guys. The second WCW shelf, again, Outsiders with Hogan at the forefront. Custom I put together with that new Sting head. You can see how many Hogans I have sprinkled in through the collection. A few more guys here. We got the kind of early days of the NWO. Another Hogan here in the back. Luckily, I still have 2 empty shelves underneath here, so these aren't quite as full, but one quick go through of my WCW shelves. More Hogan. I call this the Hogan Wall. You can see the WWE retro Mattel figure. Have that on the wall. A few of these little like gimmicky figures. We have the squishy Hogan here. We squish whatever, squishums. We have a pop, which I'm still not a big fan of those pops, but some figures I just found at Five Below. Just a little knickknacks to throw in there. But this shirt I actually won from Hogan's Beach Shop. I don't know. I think I just entered a contest on like Instagram or something. And I won, and they personalized the shirt to me. 2 Alex Hulk Hogan signed. I have it framed here. And while I had Hulkamania, that only made sense to get Hollywood Hogan and keep them side by side. So you can see how I have my little display here on the wall. Hogan signing both. I do have, it's kind of hard to see this, an NWO beanie, signed Hollywood Hogan. Got the certificate from Hogan's Beach Shop to go with it. And here we go. We'll go top and we'll come back. So we have a few different Hasbro Hulks here. I do have a retro Mean Gene. We have more retro Mattel figures. We got one of those new Bendhams that were absolutely awful. Me and my buddy cosplaying as Hulk Hogan. You can see some more different WWE Superstars. I have them all. The Chase variants, all of them here. And we'll come back. This is the day I got this belt signed. Threw a Hollywood Hogan signed bandana in there. Try to get my reflection out of here. I'm sorry, guys. But I do have both Ultimates here. I have the Ultimate Edition Series 7 with this beautiful belt and the new Greatest Hits. Let's see, the Hollywood Hogan Too Sweet NWO. He was so nice, dude. When I met him, like, he was like just pointing at me when he saw me in line. He was so excited to see me dressed as him. And he signed his name. He's like, I'm going to hook you up, brother. I'm going to write Hollywood Hogan. I'm going to add the For Life. And of course, we got to add the Too Sweet NWO. It was just one of the best moments of my life, you know. And like I said, this is one of my prize pieces in my Hulk Hogan collection. Absolutely love it. We'll move on down. I do have all of the Ultimate Hulk Hogan's, kind of like in era. See the Coliseum collection, Ultimate 13, the new Greatest Hits, the Amazon Fan Takeover. So happy I got this signed. This was my grail figure. Like when they fired Hogan, all that controversy aside, I was devastated. And when this figure came out, it meant so much to me. When they announced it, I like lost my stuff. Like I was so excited. But then they topped it. They gave us the Greatest Hits with a tan, and just unbelievable. And of course, the most recent Legends Ultimate Edition figure. Moving on here, in my Instagram posts, if you guys haven't read it, go check it out. This was the 8x10 that I will never have completed. And like I said, I wasn't so much upset that this would never be finished because I never got around to having Hulk sign it. It's the fact that 3 out of the 4 guys are no longer with us, man. Just, it's sad. These guys made me so happy and entertained me for the longest, and just one by one, man. Nash, keep strong, bro. We need you around, dude. It's crazy. And I just have a few different posters, 8x10s here. Got Hollywood Hogan playing the air guitar. Got the Bash at the Beach signed by Hollywood Hogan. And a lot of these were purchased at Hogan's Beach Shop, man. Rock Hogan, probably my favorite match of all time. I have some other guys signed here. Big Cody guy. I have Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, Triple H in China. Met them at a flea market. And we also do have another 8x10 signed by Hulk Hogan. More posters signed by Hogan. So I got one signed twice. Hollywood and Hulk Hogan. You can see both of the iconic characters. I feel like they're both iconic in their own ways. The good and the bad. Hollywood Hogan, For Life, NWO Too Sweet. Hollywood Hogan, Hall of Fame, 05, 12-time champion, brother. And of course, the SummerSlam. This is one of my favorite poses. I just love this poster. It's kind of like, see the red and yellow just coming through, and he had a sign. So there you have it, my Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan collection here in the Alex West Collects Man Cave Collection Tour. You know, obviously Hogan was larger than life. People keep saying that, and you know, he really was. But it was just so much more on a personal level for me. I feel like there were so many events in my life that involved him. I mean, when I got married, I came out with my wife playing a championship belt like Hollywood Hogan. When we had our engagement party, I had a cake made with Hollywood Hogan, like a topper put on there. From birthday parties with Hogan's image on him. You know, even my bachelor party had shirts made up of me dressed up as Hogan, saying Alex West Collects Final Pay-Per-View. Like, you know, my brother had that made up for me. Like, it just runs so deep in my veins. I know he was a celebrity. I know I've only met him a handful of times, but like the memories that he's like created in my mind, and you know, all the positive stuff. Like when I was going through a lot of negative stuff in my life, like I feel like I'm a positive person now, and that's as dumb as it is to say, because of Hulk Hogan. And you know, a lot of people will cloud all that negativity, and I try to humanize with the guy. Like I try to think about like how many of us have had pressures in our life where, you know, you're stressed at work, you're stressed about a big test at school, about a breakup you've had. I feel like when we're in those mindsets, like we're not good people either. Sometimes we snap at our family, like, you know, we get angry. And you know, think about being in front of the spotlight all the time. He's 6'5", has a very unique look, blonde, tan. Like you can't escape that from day to day. The guy's human. I feel like they hold people to such like standards of perfection. And I say this all the time, and you know, I feel like we're conditioned to hate. I feel like this society sometimes divides us, and it doesn't have to be that way. And listen, everyone's allowed to have their opinions. If you despise Hulk Hogan for the things he said, I'm not going to disagree with you. That's your opinion, you know, and you're more than entitled to it, and I will never say you're wrong. But he's done so much good in this world. I feel like that's hard to just forget. And you hear all these negative stories, and sometimes, you know, I think that's what really bothers me the most is how he went out. And you know, like his last appearance on WWE, they booed him out the building. I remember being so excited for that show, the Raw Netflix show, waiting for him to come out. He finally comes out. I had the big smile on my face, and the crowd started booing, and you could see it affected him. And it's just like, dude, I get it. Politics, the negative stuff, the wrongs he's done in his life, some people will never forgive him. But this was when I was watching that, I said, you know what, one day he will not be here. And this guy, for real true wrestling fans, we need to celebrate what he's done for the business, and we need to do that while he's still here. How many times have you seen Hall of Famers who get inducted to the Hall of Fame and they're not there to give their speech? It's like the worst thing. And you know, it's just like you never know when it's going to be your last day. And I feel like that'll forever be the last moment of him in WWE TV. And that's a real negative way to look at it, and that was really kind of what was upsetting me. But like I looked through so many posts yesterday, and there was one, I don't even remember who posted it, but they said, Hulk, thank you for being, you know, this larger than life icon, but the gift that you had was that you made us feel like we were larger than life while we were in your presence. And it couldn't be more true. When I've met Hogan, every time was better than the last, and my fear was always going to the next time to meet him and it not being as good as the last time. But I have such great memories of my meet and greets, and when you're in his presence, like, it was just a different feeling, man. And like I said, I'm not here to try to convince anyone. I just love this guy so much. He meant so much to me. And it's been tough, but you know, I really want to say thank you to all you guys who've supported my channel, who reached out to me again. I'm going to end this video by honoring Hulk Hogan through different events. You know, I was there when he came out for a Raw with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was there at the Madison Square Garden where they hung up the banner. You know, a few of my different meet and greets. I'll try to throw in some clips from my wedding. I'll throw in some clips from when I met him at the beach shop, even some of the stuff that was on that New York Comic-Con video. Such great memories that, you know, I'll take with me till the day I die. I will love Hulk Hogan till the day I die. He was not just a wrestler. He was not just a celebrity to me. Like, this guy changed my life. You know, he made me better today for who I am. And I try to be very positive. I try to instill that in my kids. You know, I tried having a conversation with my 3-year-old why Hulk Hogan won't be around anymore. And it was not easy, man. My kid, when he was born, I bought him a Hulkamania onesie. I have this picture of him with this big grin, and he's got a Hulk Hogan bandana and the onesie. Like, you know, my dream was to eventually take him, you know, especially with this Fanatics vest, to take him and get a picture with Hogan and, you know, have my son there with my hero. And that opportunity will never be had again. And, you know, it's just been, I'll be honest, for me personally, it's been a rough few years. Like, I feel like I've been working my butt off. I've been really putting in the grind. You know, me and my wife are expecting our second kid in a few weeks from now. And it has not been easy the last 9 months between work, family, you know, staying in my regimen for working out, you know, doing these video reviews. I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, my content hasn't been as frequent as I'd like it to be. And there's a reason I don't do anything other than figure. I don't have the time. You know, my family is important to me, so that's kind of my main focus. Family always first. But like I said, Hogan was such a big part of my life that it's like ingrained in my family. And with this next kid coming, I would love to continue that legacy of Hulk Hogan. And just continue to make great content for you guys. So I appreciate you checking this video out. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know all your comments down below on your favorite Hulk Hogan moments. Let me know all your thoughts on my man cave, what you would love to see me improve on. I appreciate all your continued support. Thank you so much during this tough time. I hope you guys who are having a tough time can get a little escape here. Feel free to message me. I'm here for you guys too on Instagram, or just chat with me in the comments, man. Thank you so much. Let's check out that video reel right now.
I'm standing here in the ring, right in the middle of all of you, and with another great hero of mine, Hulk Hogan. Yeah! Look at this guy here, with his pumped up biceps. Look at those biceps, look at the triceps, look at the deltoids, look at the pectoral muscle. Wow, give him a big hand. This man is the real deal.
Yeah! Hogan! Hogan! Hogan!
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Hollywood Hogans. Oh my God.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hey dudes, Alex West Collects here. Let's see what I got in the mail today. And if you guys want a quick little hint, just take a look over my shoulder because we are just too sweet. And we are Hollywood Hogan for life. WWE champions,